Okay. Okay. All right. So my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So um, so today we're going to be looking at lookup functions. All right. So lookup functions are powerful tools in Excel used for finding and retrieving data across sheets or table. So just like your find and replace, right? Find and select that we have here. So lookup functions are like that, but in a more advanced term. All right. So um, this is just an example of the lookup functions we'll work with today. And if time permits, we'll probably do table joining today. So it depends on how fast you guys can grab what I'm to teach you guys tonight. All right, so I'm going to start with the VLOOKUP, which is known as vertical lookup. What it does, it finds a value in the first column of a range and returns a value in the same row from another column. Okay, another one is going to be a bit confusing, so I'll do it so you guys will see it. Then the syntax, this is the syntax VLOOKUP. So this is what what usually appears that we see. Make you want to start working with you want to use a function and you start entering the attributes there. This is what is going to appear. So we're going to work with VLOOKUP now, for example. All right, so using the table, this data set I gave you, I think it's a table, right? Yes, it's a table. Now is this table I gave you guys. Check your workbook. I named it lookup 1. All right, so you check this table now. Let me go and check the name of the table. So the table is sales. We've named the table sales. All right. So let's say, for example, you know your ID. All right. You know the ID of a product, but this table is very large. You get, it's very large. But this one we have here is not so. What we have here is not so much. But let's assume it's actually a very large table. You get. So I need to clear something out of here. So let's assume it's a very large table and you want to get some details from the table. Let's say you know the ID of the product, but you don't know the price of the product. All right. And the table is very large. You can use VLOOKUP to get the price. All right. You can also know the ID of the table, but you don't know the quantity of the product there. You can use VLOOKUP to find the quantity of that particular product. So let's say for example, a customer wants to buy a particular product. Let's say the customer wants to buy files now, for example. All right. And the ID for files is 392. Mind you, I think in the last class that I think the class somewhere taught us, so when I was teaching you guys data clearing and the rest, I told you an ID is always very unique. You understand? An ID is unique. So you can see 392 now. You can have files. You can have files. This one can be, they can be black files, they can be white files, they can be red files. But they will not write the product name as red files, black files. The only difference there might be the product ID. They may be in a situation whereby they have product description. Maybe they have, like in their database, they have product description. So you cannot have the ID, you cannot have the product name. Then you will now have a description of the product where you see the attributes and the rest. So the ID is usually unique. Okay, so let's say the cashier now knows the ID as 392. All right. But there's a very large table. Let's say the table now is having about 400,000 rows of different products with their IDs and their prices and the rest. but she cannot find the price for the person, because now right now she knows the product, but she doesn't even know she knows the product ID, but she doesn't even know the product name. All right, so this is what she can do. First, she can write out the product ID here, 392. Then she will use the VLOOKUP function to get that too. Let's say you come in and you put, you know how you start a function in Excel. You put your equal to, and then you write VLOOKUP. All right, you can see what it brought out here. The definition. I was trying to zoom in. It said, looks for a value in the leftmost column of a table and then returns a value in the same row from a column you specify. All right, so I'm going to select this VLOOKUP here. So it's asking me for the lookup value. What is the value I want it to go and look for in this table? And the value I want it to look for is 392, which is the ID. So I'll select the 392 I have here. All right, you can see here is bold because I selected the lookup value as 392. Then I'll put my comma here. Right. Then it's asking me for the table array. The table array is the table where it will find this particular value that you want to go and look for, which is the 392. All right. So the table now here is, I think I call the table sales, right? So we have sales. I'll select sales. So sales, you can see that highlighted everything. Sales now is the table array. So now it is asking me for the column index number. All right. And the column index number here is, I told you guys before that the column is labeled in alphabets, which is A, B, C, D, E. All right. Then this way is labeled in numbers. All right. When you're working with VLOOKUP, we're only working with the table that is being highlighted. You understand? That is the array. And in this case, we'll count the column using numbers. So since, remember, what we want to get now is the price of that product that is 392, the price of files. So we're going to count it this way. We're going to count it like this. One, this is the first column, the second column, which is product, the third column, which is country, and the fourth column, which is price. All right, so since we know that price is the fourth column, we'll come here now and then we'll write 4, which is column index number, and then we'll put our comma. So the next thing is going to ask is, what is the relationship between this value and what's on the table? Is it exact? Is it an exact match, or is it an approximate match? That means, is it maybe you know that the value starts with 39. We're not sure what is ending it, whether it's 0 or 3. Approximating or what? So we're not approximating. We know that it is 392. So it is an exact match, meaning as it is here, that is how it is on the table. All right. So we will now come in and select false here, which is exact match. All right. So I'll click on exact match, and then I'll close my bracket, and I will click enter. You can see now it has brought the value for me. It has brought the price for me. The price of files here for me. Is there any confusion?
Yes, please.
Yeah. How did you arrive at first?
Okay, so I'm going to do it again. But this time, let me just copy. I will not work with, maybe I think it's because I'm working with ID, I'm working with cool numbers, so that's where the confusion is. So I'm going to copy this table, or these columns rather. All right, so I'm going to come down here and I will paste it. Okay, so this now is no longer a table. This is just a range of cells now, so I can't reference it. So I think it's best I even clear the format. All right. So this is now a range of cells, all right, containing products, their country. Maybe this one can be country where they are made. All right. The products, the country. Sorry. The products, the country where the products are made, or your store branch, whichever. Then the price of the product and the quantity. All right. So I said let's assume now, all right, that this range of cells or this table is not a table. This range of cells is about 700,000 rows. That's very large, right? 700,000 rows. And there's a particular product. Let's say the product is files now, for example, files, or let's say bookcase, as it may be, bookcase. All right, you know that this is the product you need, but you don't know the price of this product. You want to find out the price of this particular product without having to start scrolling down and looking for it, or without having to use your find and select. All right, so you can use the VLOOKUP. You know, if you want to use find and select normal, you do something like this. You go here. So you come here and you put bookcase, and I couldn't find what I'm looking for. I don't know why I didn't find it. I'm supposed to find it too, but I didn't spell it well.
It's because you highlighted that place. You don't highlight it.
That's true. That's
You
true.
don't highlight it. Yeah.
My mouse is striking. Okay, you know, for example, now I want to find the position now of bookcase. Yeah, so we're just gonna write the bookcase and then find next. You can see it took it here. All right, it took it to this bookcase, but that is not what we want to do. We want to work with a function. We want the value. We want price now, the price of the bookcase, because we don't know the price of bookcase. Just pretend as if you cannot see this particular. You can see the column. There are plenty a lot of data here, all right, but it's so large you cannot get this particular column. You cannot see the price of bookcase. So we want to get the price of bookcase. Let me say we have our product here. Get your mic. We have our product here, all right, and we have price here. No, let me zoom out as well. Okay, arrange this for me. All right, so we have our product here, and we have the price here. Okay, so this is what we want to find, the price of bookcase now. All right, so what we'll do is we'll use the VLOOKUP. All right, so I'll put my equal to, and then I'll start typing VLOOKUP. Immediately I put VLOOKUP to pop up here, so I'll just select it. Right. So the first thing now you can see that is being highlighted is lookup value. So what do you want me to go and look up? What do you want to go and check? You get. So I'll come in and I'll pick bookcase. All right. Then I'll put my comma. So it's asking for table array. That is the table that which table do you want me to go and search for this bookcase in? You understand? But in this case, we don't have a table. We have just a range of cells. Before, the other one, I just referred to the table because it was referenced structurally. You understand? It was structured. But since this one now is just a range of cells, I will just come here now and highlight it. And if maybe it's not close by, I can simply just, you know how to reference your cells now. You can see there's C29 to F39. I'll just simply write in there to pop up. You understand? So that is the table I wanted to search for bookcase in. All right. Then I'll put my comma again. So it's asking me for the column index number, meaning which column in this table do you want me to return for you? I remember I said the column I want it to return for me is price, because I want to see the price of bookcase. And it's asking me for column index number. All right. The first column here is the product table. That is column 1. The second column here is the country column. That is column 2. Then the third column here is the price column. That is column 3. So the column index number for this price column now is column 3. So I'll go there and then I'll write 3. I'll put my comma. The meantime I'm putting my comma, the next thing that appeared is true or false. That is what you are looking for. Is it an approximate match or is an exact match? It's asking you an option. Approximate match is whereby we're not sure of the particular value. Whereas maybe you're not sure if it is bookcases that is spelled there or is bookcase. So you can now work with an approximate match. You understand? But remember, you are supposed to do this with your ID column, which is usually the unique identifier. So there's not supposed to be any repetition. So actually, it's supposed to be an exact match. You get, but it's your own choice. It could be a very small table where it's just where you can just work with an approximate match. All right. So what we're working with now is an exact match, which is false. You can see there is an option for true. True is approximate match. False is an exact match. I will come here now and I'll select false. All right. Then I'll close my bracket. And immediately it has given me 200. All right. So we can now go to the table now and check for the price of bookcase. So if you go down here, you can see bookcase here. You can see the price here, 200. Is there any question?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. The VLOOKUP I've been doing, because I have a little idea about it. That place that is false. What about if somebody put 0 before the close bracket?
It's for this particular for VLOOKUP, it will not work. Not supposed to work. I think for index match, you work with 0. But basically, let's try it. Basically, they have given you the option true or false. So if you go and put 0, okay, it works for 0 then. But this is already true or false for you not to confuse yourself. You get? They've already stated it there. If you want to put 0, it is your own choice. You understand? But it's already stated there. I think it's best to just work with what is stated there. But it's your own choice. You get? As far as it gives you your answer. You understand?
Okay.
Because the thing is, maybe you that has been working with it for a while now might know that place is 0. But someone that is new, the person might get confused. You understand?
Okay, no problem, it's fine.
All right, peace. Yeah, please ask your question. Okay, Nancy, ask your question.
Ma, I'm a bit confused about the C29 column F49. I've been trying to figure out how you got that. Maybe lost.
Look at the C29. C29 is from products here. All I did here was I highlighted the whole range of cells. So products here is C29. All right. So I clicked on Control, then Shift, then I went right, and then I went left. So once you select everything, it's supposed to give you your range. That C29 you are seeing there to F49, meaning from this place here, all right, this place here to this place here. Can you see here is F49?
Yes, ma, I've seen it. Thank you.
So if you just highlight it the same way to give you, when we're working with this table, we didn't have to highlight it because the table has a name. Because I didn't have to reference it that way. But since this one now is not a table, it's a range of cells, I have to highlight everything. Please ask your question. Okay, so there's no question. That means everybody understands it. So for quantity now, Obedo, ask the question. In Kingsley, sorry.
Yes. Yeah, sorry. Good evening now.
Evening, yeah.
Okay, please, just want you to throw more light on the difference between exact match and approximate match.
Turn off your mind. Okay. For example, all right, I don't use approximate match because if you should actually know what you are looking. Okay, so maybe what is spelled here is okay, like this one now we have furnishings. All right. You are not sure if it is furnishing. You're not sure if it is furnishings like this or furnishing. Can you see? So this one now is an approximate match. This furnishing that is here is an approximate match to what is here. Do you get me? Whereas
Yes.
furnishing
Yeah.
is an exact. That is just what I said. But
All right.
I don't use. Please mute your mic. Lot of background noise. Okay, but I don't use approximate match. You understand? Because most of the time when you want to use that, not all the time, just most of the time, you would want to work when you're working with the VLOOKUP. You'll be working with ID. And there's somebody that is I think it also works for maybe when you have 110 and you're not sure if it is 110 or 111. You understand? So this might be an approximate match. You get, but mind you, 110 is somebody's ID. Another person will likely be 111. You understand? Or another product. So you going to go and use approximate match would mean that you are referring to another thing entirely. Maybe the price now, maybe it's a car now, and the ID for the car is 110. Whereas 111 is ID for bicycle. We're not going to give them the price for bicycle for the car. You understand? So it's just best to use the exact match to avoid problem. But sometimes you can use approximate match. Any question?
Please, for the range lookup, do we always have to choose false?
And that is where the exact match and approximate match. If it's an approximate, as if you're not sure of the spelling of that particular thing, you understand? You can put true here. You get, meaning you are not sure. But if you are sure, you put false. Or as the other guy said, I think the other guy said 0. You can put 0. You get your choice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so since everybody understands this one now, so somebody is going to guide me through getting the quantity of books that are in the shop. Quantity of books. So you're just going to guide me, even though you're following. Anybody? Okay, Azuka, please help me.
Yeah, actually, good evening, everyone. I'm actually raising my hand to say something, not to answer your question. So
Okay.
I tried to do what you did, but it gave me NA not applicable or something. I don't know why it's coming out that way. I'm
You
trying to use the table we gave you, one of the assignments they gave us. I'm trying to use it, but
you will check
when I
this.
put enter. Okay, so what I wrote is I said, okay, let me check Tesla. And I said equal to lookup. Then I clicked on the cell that had Tesla. And then I clicked on the table. Then I counted the number of columns. And I said, okay, eh?
When it's showing like that, most times, if see in Excel, bookcase like this, all right, is different from this. Is there any difference between these two? Can you see any difference between these two bookcases?
No, I'm not saying any difference.
But there's a difference. I'll zoom in so you see. So you can see where this bookcase is ending. Can you see where it's blinking?
Yes.
And then come and see this one. Blinking.
Also, there's a space.
So you check your spelling. It has to be that.
Hmm.
All right. So I think somebody is going to help me out with quantity, but somebody wants to. volunteer.
Okay,
So,
let me help you out.
all right, help. Yeah.
So
Help
what's
me.
the question? You said I should find book quantity of books, right?
What the books I said? I forgot what I said though. Okay, let's do the quantity of envelopes. Envelopes.
Okay, is equals to VLOOKUP.
Why you know you don't okay. Look up, listen to them. All right.
Open bracket.
Okay.
Select the ID for envelope. As the ID, the what's it called?
It's not ID. ID.
Yes, yes.
You guys will understand what I'm saying. Okay. So what you're trying to say is I was supposed to write the
And the
envelope
first
so
one to be to write what we are searching for.
exactly. So we have VLOOKUP, all right. Then the lookup value. So right here, right?
Yes.
Okay, what about
Then comma.
table?
Then the table array. That would be the total
The entire table.
cells. The entire table. Yes, exactly.
Oh,
The
come here.
entire table, select the entire table.
All right. So we have
Then
C to F49. Remember, if you have a table, you don't have to do this. You just reference your table. Just table. All right.
then
What
comma.
next?
Then count the number of columns.
Comma.
That's the 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Okay, that's good.
And then comma. Then false or 0. Then close bracket.
Okay, so we have false. She's a match. I put my brackets. Okay, very much.
What I want to know, is it always false or 0? Can it be true too?
No, just work with what you have here. Work with false. You get no. Don't do anything that has to do with 0. Don't put anything that has to do with 0 here. You get. Just work with
Okay.
because when you go there to give you options, so pick the option you want. In fact, don't assume I haven't told you anything about true or false. When you are doing it, just check what true means and what false means, and then you select what you want. You get.
Okay, no problem.
All right, so we're done with VLOOKUP now. The next thing we're going to work with now is HLOOKUP, which is horizontal lookup. All right, this is just like the VLOOKUP, but the difference is in fact it's exactly the same thing. But the difference is that this one works on horizontal tables. You see this table we're seeing here. This table is a vertical table. All right. Imagine this table was carried now and then turned left. It would look very different, right? So the HLOOKUP, horizontal lookup, it works on horizontal tables. All right. So this is what it does. The purpose is to search for a value in the first row of a range and return a value from the same column in another row. So remember for the VLOOKUP here, we knew what was in a particular row, all right? And then we got what was in that same row, but from another column. You understand? Take note of what I'm saying, no? What was in that same row, which is like this, but in another column. Like then we have our price here. You understand? But for the horizontal lookup, it will tell you, you will give it what is on that column, and it will give you another thing that is on that same column, but a different row. So if you go to the second table that is there, you will see in lookup table, you will see lookup 2, sorry, you will see a different type of range of cells, which is this here. All right, so between this and this one that we have here, there's no difference. All right, so like I said, to avoid confusion, I'm going to delete that first. I will delete this first row. All right, so you can see here now products, country, price, quantity. All right, it's the same thing we have here: product, country, price, quantity. There's no difference. The only difference is this one is straight, this one is bent. All right, that means this one is vertical from up down, and this is horizontal from left to right. Okay, so how it got to this is sometimes your tables might be like that, although I don't like working with tables like this, but sometimes it can be like this. All right, so how you do this normal, If you like that and you don't like it, you can also turn it back straight. Okay, so I want to copy this thing and I'll show you how to do it. This table here is a transposed table. This horizontal table is a transposed table. Take note of the term transposed. All right, so how we got this transposed table is this. You just go here, you highlight what you want to copy. Control Shift right and then down. All right, then I'll do my Control C. Okay, so I'll go to where I want to paste it. Let's say I want to paste that table here. All right, then I'll select the cell. I'll go to Paste Special. Okay, we'll have Paste Special here, and I will click on Paste Special. Then you will go to Transpose. Remember the other one we did that time was if it has a formula, you just come here and paste values on it to remove all the formula. But what we want to do, we want to turn it, we want to transpose it, all right? So you come here and you select Transpose, and you click OK, and it will turn it for you. Can you see it?
Yes.
You get it, right?
Yes.
That is how we got.
Is it not like
Can you do the transpose?
it still look alike now?
Yes, it look alike, but it's not straight now. It's different. The orientation is different. Do you get? It's like let me draw. It's like a stick that is like this. This is your vertical table. All right. So when you now transpose it, it's not become like this. You get? So they are the same table, but just different orientation. That means they're facing different directions. You get? So this is what I did. I'll do it again. All right. So don't worry, I will do it on this sheet. So you first highlight where you want to copy, which is this particular table. All right. And then you do your Control C. Okay. Then you go to where you want to paste it. And you will not come here to where you have paste, but you don't want to click here, because if you click here like this, it will paste it straight. All right. But we don't want to paste it straight. Let me come and copy this in again. We don't want to paste it straight. We want to turn it. All right. We want to change the orientation. So I'll come here to paste. And I will now go down. That is the arrow under paste. That's what I'm clicking. The arrow under the paste. That's what I click to. This arrow here. So I'll click the arrow and it will bring out this number for me. Then I'll go to Paste Special. So when I go to Paste Special, I'll go here. It will bring out this dialog box for me. Then I will select Transpose. After selecting Transpose, I'll click OK. And you can see it. It turned it for me. Assuming now my table was horizontal and I want to straighten the table. I want to make it vertical. All right. I can still do the same thing. I will highlight the whole table. All right. Then I have my Control C to copy it. Then I'll go to where I want to paste it, which is here. Then I'll come here now. And I'll click on Paste Special. Then I'll click on Transpose. And I'll say OK. And you can see it has changed the table for me. You get to what is suitable for you to work with. All right. So
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. So this is what the HLOOKUP does. All right. So I said VLOOKUP is for a vertical table. HLOOKUP is for horizontal table. All right. So let's say we want to find the price of storage. We want to find the price of storage. That is not when you ask your question. Let me just be done with this. We want to find the price of storage. All right. So I'll put my equal to there, and I will start with HLOOKUP. HLOOKUP, right? Oh, I forgot. I should have spelled storage somewhere. This is storage here. Storage is among the products that are being sold. All right, so we have storage here. So I'll come here and I'll put equal to HLOOKUP. You see why I went to copy that storage from here is because in case maybe there's a space somewhere maybe I did not trim it. I think you guys were taught trimming, how to remove. You were taught trimming during data cleaning, how to remove the space before and after. So you see where to come into play. If you don't trim your data, you might go and write something. Maybe you're trying to just create a form. You go and type something, not knowing that there's a space after it, and you'll be having error. You won't know where the error is coming from. Right. So I said I first started with HLOOKUP. I wrote HLOOKUP there. So it's asking me for my lookup value. All right, my lookup value here is what? Storage. So I'll click on storage. All right, then I'll put a comma there. It's actually for the table array, meaning which table is it going to go and look for the storage. Remember, it's this particular table here. So I'm going to use my control shift, then I go right, then I go down. So I've selected my table from D3 to X6. All right, now put my comma. So it's asking me now for the row index number. Remember that other one was asking for column, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the HLOOKUP is asking me for the row, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you can see my cursor. The row here is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I remember what we're looking for now is the price of storage, right? And that is row 3 in this particular table, which is price here. So I'll go there now and I'll put in 3. All right. I'll put my comma. So it's asking me now for range lookup. All right. Approximate match or exact match. And exactly the way it is here, that is how it is in the table. So what we will put there now is false, which is exact match. Like I said, if you don't, when you get here, after you've put the column, if you're not sure what you're supposed to put there, if it's true or false, just put a comma there and wait for the dialog, for this option to come out. When it comes out, you select what you want. And what we want is what? False, which is an exact match. And then you close your bracket. So this now is the price of storage, which is here. All right. Any question? Arnold. Let me start taking questions. Arnold, ask a question.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am. I don't know if it's my network or it could be from your screen, but your screen just stands still. It's not moving again. I don't know if it's my network, but maybe if somebody else observed that. So I just want to make the observation. Thank you.
Is that the same for everyone?
Yeah, the screen no, it's working. The cursor is moving and yeah, it's moving.
So Arnold, you need to restart.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's from my end here. So I'll just log out and come. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Kingsley, ask your question.
Okay, please, this where you put the 3, I thought it's 4. When we're counting the number of rows and the number of columns, I think it's 4 here. Is it not 1, 2, 3? The product, the country, the price, and the quantity. Is it not 4?
That is for quantity. Because quantity. Please turn off your device. If it was quantity you're looking for, we'll put 4 there. But since we're looking for price, this is price. Those I counted 1, 2, 3. As me, I wanted.
Okay. Yes, I get now.
I would have done.
One
quantity.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, or you can see that. Give me.
So if it is on the 5th column, that place will be 5.
Yes.
And so on. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right. So I think that is clear to everyone. All right. So the next one now is the modern one. All right, which is XLOOKUP. People that have old versions might not be able to do this one, and it's painful because this one is actually the easiest. It's the most flexible. Why I say that is because this one can work well where the VLOOKUP. What is the table I'm looking for? Where the VLOOKUP works for just the first. You can see the definition here. Finds a value in the first column of a range and returns a value in the same row from another column. The XLOOKUP is very versatile. You understand? It can do The XLOOKUP can do the vertical and or you can do the vertical and horizontal lookup. You get. Let's look at the definition here. It's a versatile function that can search both vertically and horizontally, overcoming limitations of VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. All right, so we're going to work with the XLOOKUP now. All right, so for the XLOOKUP, the same way we did VLOOKUP, in a similar way, but not exactly. Okay, let me work with this range since I think you guys are having an issue with that. With working with that table. All right, so let's say, for example, we want to find the price now of stapler. All right, we want to find the price of stapler. So we'll do something like this. Using XLOOKUP now, we'll do something like this. Is equal to XLOOKUP. All right. Oh, I was supposed to start with stapler. But you know, even though you don't have it written here, you don't have it in the cell, you can still spell it your formula. That is, even though you don't have it down here as stapler. So let's say we have equal to XLOOKUP. You can have something like this, but it's not advisable. You can still do it, but it's not advisable. All right, it can be something. Even the VLOOKUP too, you can still do something like this. You can spell you can spell the lookup value inside. You just use your double quote on it. It will still work. All right, but I don't do that because most times when you are even working, the purpose of the VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP is not to go and search for a particular price. You understand? If you want to search for price, you can easily use find and select. Okay, it's when you want to generate data for a particular column. So you cannot go and be finding phones, finding appliances, and it's stressful. That's where the lookup functions come into play. If it's just a single one, you can simply just use your find and select. Unless you want to just practice using lookup functions. Sorry. So when you put the XLOOKUP here, it's looking for the lookup value. All right. So our lookup value now is stapler. Now put my comma. So now it's asking for the lookup array. All right. Lookup array now is this one. Now you don't need to select the whole table like you will do for VLOOKUP. All right. You only select the column where it will find stapler. All right. And the column here now is products. Okay. This products column, that is where stapler is. So I'll just come in and I'll select it. Now put my comma. All right. It's asking me return array, meaning which column do you want it to return for you when it has find stapler. And I want it to return price for me. So I'll come to price here and I'll select price. And I'll put my comma. So the next thing is asking me is if not found. If not found is if I don't see stapler, what should I write? I can say it should write item not found. All right. Remember, you can notice what I'm doing. I put it in double quote. All right. So we have item not found, and I'll put my comma. Sorry. Then this thing has come again. You see where that person was asking for false and true. You can see the option that it gave now. It gave option 0 here stands for exact match. 1 here stands for exact match or next smaller item and the rest. Then you also have the white card and the rest. But what we're going to work with is exact match. You understand? So you can see where that guy was bringing that 0 from. The person that asked that question. So if you're working with HLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, just use what they have there as the options. If you're working with XLOOKUP, use what you have there. So since we're working with XLOOKUP here, you can put your 0, which is exact match. And then you close your bracket. And you click enter. It has brought the price of stapler for you. You understand? Remember what we're referring to now, the lookup value now, it's not really the value it's not really stapler that is the value. It is the cell itself. Anything you put on this cell is the lookup value. So for example, now I came to put Alright, what do I put now? Dress. Click enter. You can see what it gave me. Gave me item not found. Because dress. So it's like I have referenced that particular cell. So anything I put here is going to go and look for it in this product column. And then to give me the price. Alright, so if I come here and I put books, it will give me the price of book, which is 1,000. You understand? So that is XLOOKUP. For me, it's easier. You get, because you can. It's just instead of you highlighting the whole table, all you need to just pick for it is tell it what you want to go and search for. Tell it the column where to find what you're searching for. Tell it the column that to find what you want. It will give you. You understand? And to just give you once. It's okay. Ask a question.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to ask, how did you tie that formula to this cell?
I just simply reference the cell. Remember, see the cell, I-33. Immediately I started the XLOOKUP function. Okay, let me just use another cell. Let's say this cell now. This is the cell now. I've painted the cell yellow for easy identification. This cell is I-38. Alright, so I'll now come and put equal to XLOOKUP. Alright, just for my lookup value, I will now come here to this empty cell and I'll pick the empty cell. I've referenced that cell now. And I'll put my comma. Just me for my lookup array. I want to go and look for that cell now. I want to go and look for, let's say I want to go and look for product. Alright, so I'll come here now. That is whatever is in this cell now. You should go and check for it in the product column. And if it sees that thing, it should return, let's say we want to get for the price now. You should return the price column. Okay, so I'll highlight the price column. All right, I'm my comma. Then if not found, so if whatever is in that column is not found, but if whatever is in this particular yellow cell is not found in this column, what should it give me? All right, I want you to write not found. Not found. All right, which I'll type there and I'll put it in a column. Okay, then I'll put my comma. So it's asking me for match mode, and the match mode here is an exact match, meaning whatever is here must be exactly as it is here. So the person goes to write papers paper gums. You understand? Instead of paper gum, it will tell me not found because there's an S at the ending. You understand? If you go and put envelope there instead of envelopes, it will tell you not found because it's an exact match it's looking for, meaning from the beginning to the end must be exact. Alright, so I'll put my 0 there and then I'll close the bracket. You can see it's telling me not found. It's telling me not found because this cell is empty and there's no cell in this place that is empty. Assuming now, for example, let's say I deleted pencils. These pencils now, let me make it empty. So I made pencils empty. So it has got to go and look for the cell that is empty, which is this cell, and it gave me the price of that empty cell, which is 250. All right, so if I return my pencils back, it tell me not found because there's no empty cell here. But if I go to this particular yellow cell, I go and write books. Can I book? Now you can see book is telling me not found. I'm sure maybe as I had put let me just try. Maybe if I had put approximate match, maybe it would have given me. It would have given me. Okay, there's no approximate match for this one. I think it's VLOOKUP. Okay, let's just work with one. For example, book. Okay,
Book or book.
no, I'm just giving an example. You can see where the problem. That's why it's just best. Just work with exact match. Now I think I used greater than also. Let me see what I did. What work with the options here? Right, you can see the -1 here is telling you exact match or next smaller item. All right, exact match or next larger item. Wildcard character match. All those things to me they are unnecessary. I think what it did here, why it gave me 200 because books now I used -1. Books now the next one after, since it's not an exact match, the next one after books probably binder. Now maybe that gave me 200. I don't know, but like I said, So just save yourself stress and problem. Just work with an exact match. If you don't see it there, you go and check the spelling and put it as it is there. Right, so as I put book there, it's telling me not found because there is no book here, but there is books. Yeah, so if I put unlike the VLOOKUP that will tell you NA to give you an error. So this one gives you an option to make your data, your table to look neat. All right. If I put books here, that's giving me 1,000 because books is there. Okay. So is there any question on this one? Okay, so I'm to assume everybody understands it. So somebody should help me to get the quantity of water bottle using XLOOKUP. Okay, Arnold, help me.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Arnold.
Okay.
Good evening, Anand.
Yeah. So, from what I have been learning so far, so we have to first of all write the name of where the cell first. Okay, water. So we'll then write the VLOOKUP. Okay, we're looking for bottle, right? Quantity of bottles, or what again, please?
Quantity of water bottle.
Okay, quantity of water bottle. Okay, so as then we have equal to.
Arnold, your name? Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, so we'll have equal to the XLOOKUP.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so XLOOKUP. Yeah. Okay, so we'll have to look for the lookup value, and then this from what I understand is where we want echoing.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I think we'll look for the column where the water bottle is found, and then we highlight everything there. And so
Okay, the first thing, what is the first thing I put in the bracket? What should I write?
So can I
the lookup value.
Help me.
I think the first thing is
I 42.
Okay, so I have to meet everyone because the class was becoming.
okay.
Please,
Sorry, I think the first thing is reference the water bottle you are working on here.
Okay.
By clicking on it. Yes.
Okay. What next?
Then the next thing is reference the entire product.
No comma.
There should be a comma.
One person, please. What is the next?
The product.
What am I referring? Product what?
That's okay. That's product.
Product
Reference number. Product reference number.
Product reference number. Are you serious? I should put 1 here. Is that what you're saying?
No, just click the product.
Okay, so I'll come here and I'll click product like this.
No, yes.
Okay. What next?
Highlight the whole table we're working
table.
on.
Okay, so
no, sorry, don't highlight the whole table on this one. You go to the next column, which is the price. Highlight the column for the price.
Okay.
No, man, you highlight the whole product.
I have to meet everyone, okay, so that we can all be on the same page. It's obvious.
Can I speak?
And hold on, please.
Let me speak.
No.
No. But can I speak? My hand is up.
No, let me meet everybody. I'll do it again. Then you guys will, yeah. You cannot unmute. I'm going to do it again one more time. All right, so you guys can follow. Let me get rid of this water bottle first, so you guys will follow me. Then I know you guys are with me. All right, so I'm going to do it again. Don't worry, people that okay, you can just leave your hands up though. I'm going to do it again. So I said if you want to, let's say we want to get the price now of book, okay? Using XLOOKUP, we'll put our equal to, and I will write XLOOKUP. All right. Lookup value is book. So I'll select book. I put my comma. Lookup array. Lookup array and table array are different things. Table array, when we're working with VLOOKUP, is the entire table. Lookup array is the column. They are different. All right. So I'm going to select the column now, which is my lookup array, that product column. And I'll put my comma. Then it's asking me for the return array. The return array is the price. All right. So I'll select the price column and I'll put a comma there. If not found, I think it should give me not found. All right. Put down. It's okay. Not. All right. So I think it should give me not found. Then I'll put my comma and the mode is exact mode equal to enter. That is how I got the price. All right. So Ali Tavas only on mute.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Help to get the quantity of water bottle here.
Okay. So we're going to put our equal to sign.
All right.
Okay, and then we are going to look for our XLOOK.
XLOOK.
Yes.
XLOOK.
Let's look. Yes. XLOOKUP. Yes.
I'll tell you what. I will write what you're telling me to write.
Yeah. So we are going to highlight the cell that we want to reference now, which is the water. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Hold nice.
Then we put our comma.
Okay.
Then we come to our product column.
All right.
Then we highlight the whole column.
Okay.
Yes. So now we come to then okay. After that we put our comma.
Okay.
Then we go to return array, which is the price.
Was it price? I asked for quantity.
Okay. Sorry, man. So we're going for our quantity now.
Okay.
We highlight it all.
Okay.
Okay. Now we are going to put our comma.
Okay.
Then our quote if not found.
If not found, what should I put?
Yes. Not found.
Ali did not find it.
Okay, man. It's okay.
Okay.
All right. Then we put our exact value, which is 0.
All right.
After the count, then close blanket.
Okay.
Then enter.
Enter. Oh, thank you very much. All right. So let's say in water here now, for example. Okay, you see, Ali did not find it. Thank you very much, Ali Tavas. Okay, this one. All those other people that went to answer, you guys should answer the question. Find that same quantity of water bottle, but in this table. This table here. Kingsley, I answer. Kingsley answer. Kingsley answer.
Okay. This one now we are not using X loop, but rather we are using the H loop.
X lookup.
Okay, we are still using X lookup. Okay.
That one was a
okay. Okay, this one is equals to.
Okay.
Then the X lookup.
All right.
Then we reference the water bottle. Okay. Then comma. Then we reference the product. We highlight everything down. Okay. Then the next one we are looking at quantity, right, ma?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then we go to the column for quantity.
Just
After the comma, there is a comma, please.
okay.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
I can't get you.
Always look at what
Okay, the return. Okay, the return array. Let's go to the return array. Then we are looking at the return array. Okay, that is the quantity. Then we highlight what the quantity. Then the if not found. Then the comma. There is comma. Then the quotation mark. Then you can say if not found or not found. Okay. Kingsley not. Okay. You didn't find it. Okay. Then you
All
close
right.
your quotation. Then the match mode. Then you do the match mode, which is either.
To the match.
Okay, the match mode, you count the number of column 1, 2, 3, 4. You put the 4.
Are you sure?
No, okay. The match mode is either either first or I don't know.
Oh, the only thing I want you to comma here. Immediately you put the comma there too.
Okay, yes, the comma. Okay. Then the exact match. Okay,
All right.
then you use the 0. Yes. Okay. Then you close your bracket.
All right.
I think then enter.
Thank you very much. But in case of next time, since we already have our table here named, it's already there's already a structural reference in here. All right, it's already a table. The first thing you should just do is go and find the name of your table. The name of our table here is sales. All right, so you see this, the whole process of coming to highlight this column where you are seeing sales and you are seeing all of this is unnecessary. You get, if somebody does not understand it very well, the person will be looking at it like the formula is looking too long. You get, so assuming now, let me just do it somewhere else so I don't confuse people. Assuming now we knew, since we already know the name of our table, so we just do our lookup value water bottle, all right, comma, lookup array sales. Because if it's another sheet now, we're gonna be going back. Like I don't even got. I don't assume this thing is about 600,000 rows. It will take you time now. But if since you've already named the table, just put your sales there. Immediately you write sales there. You put your square bracket. What we're looking for, the water bottle is in products, right? Products here, and then we'll put our comma. All right. Return array is sales table, the sales table, the what do we say we're looking for again? Quantity. You can see quantity here. So we select quantity, close our bracket. If not found, you can put not found there or not. And I'll put comma there. This one now is exact mode, and then I'll close it. Alright. So instead of going to go and highlight, there's no point going to highlight it. You can see the difference between these two formulas. They're the same thing, oh. They are the same thing, but one is longer than the other. You understand? So that's it. Then another thing you need to also notice, see where you can come and search for the second column here now with XLOOKUP. If it's VLOOKUP only works for the first column. So it's only this ID column here, the first column. If you go and try the second column, it will not work. You can ask your question.
Yeah, good evening.
Evening.
So for this XLOOKUP,
Yeah.
I'm seeing H12. That after the XLOOKUP, then the opening bracket, I'm seeing H12. I don't understand where that one is coming from.
H12 means H. This because I reference this particular cell where the water bottle is H. The column is H. The row is 12. So H12. That's the cell. H12 is coming from the formula. Assuming I wrote water bottle here now, it will be H16.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're done with HLOOKUP here now. So I'm now going to go to the index match. So the index match here is a combination of two functions, the index function and the match function. Okay, it works just like the XLOOKUP. For people that don't have XLOOKUP because their Excel version is old, I think you can use index match. All right, just that XLOOKUP is still the easiest regardless. Okay, so this is how it is. What the index does is the index will tell you what is in a cell. When you tell it when you tell it the column number and the row number, you understand? Like now, if you come to if you use this particular table now, all right, the column, if you say in this table, no, I want to ask a question. In this table, what is in the fourth column and sixth row? Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me say fourth column and fifth row. For example, can somebody tell me what's there? In this particular table, not the whole sheet. As Obedo, answer the question. Quickly answer the question.
3,000.
3,000. Thank you. Thank you very much. So that is what it does. Okay, so when you tell in the column and the row, it will give you the value. Okay, so let's say we want to find paper gum now. If you tell index, that is the second column in the, I think this is in the 8th row. It will tell you paper gum. So now let's attempt it here. Let's attempt it here. So let's say we want to find paper gum now. So we have equal to index. Okay, so we have index. So it will ask you for the array. The array here is the table. That is this whole table. Same thing as table array. Take note of what is table array, lookup array. They're different things. Then just array. Just array is the same thing as the table. So it's asking me for the array. The array now is the entire table, and this table now is named sales. All right. So I put my comma. So it's asking me for the row number. I'm looking for what is in row. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's say I want to get ourselves now. Row 6. All right. So we have row 6, column 2. You can see immediately after the row number, I put my comma, and I put after the row number, I put column number, which is 2, and I close my bracket. And you can see what it gave me. It gave me accessories. All right. So that is what the index does. The index will give you what the value of the cell when you tell is the column number and the row number. Then for the match, all right, the match will tell you the row number when you tell it the column number and the value. All right. So for this one now, we got accessory using column 2. Not column 2, yeah, column 2 and row 6. Right. For the match now, we'll be able to get row 6 when we tell it column 2 and we tell it accessories. All right, so I'm going to do match now. So equal to match. Equal to match is asking for the lookup value. Now, our lookup value now is supposed to be accessories. Sorry, please. Let me write accessories. Let me just copy it. So I've got copy, and I'll paste it here. So to search for accessories for me. So we want to work with match now. So we have equal to match. Match. Lookup value is accessory. So I'll select this cell with accessory, and I'll put my comma. Lookup array. Lookup array now is that that column. Remember, it is lookup array, it's not table array. Lookup array now is that column where to find accessory, and that column is product column, right? So we have sales table. In the sales table, the product column. So I'll close it. You can see that I highlighted it. And I'll put my comma. So it's asking me for match type now. The match type now, like I said, is exact match, because as the accessory is there, that's how it is there. So I'll close it, and to give me 6, which is the row number. You get me? So what I have been trying to say since is, all right, index will give you please mute your mic, whoever is making me to echo. Yeah, thank you. Index will give you the cell value. All right, let me make this like this. Index will give you the cell value when you give it the row number plus the column number. All right, whereas match, most of you that know math very well, whereas match will give you the row number, all right, when you give it the cell value plus the column number. All right, so for those of you that know math very well, it's like when you say x plus y is equals to z, right? It's like the same thing as saying y is equals to z minus x. Either way, when you know one, when you know 2 and you don't know the other one, you can use another formula to get the remaining one. You understand me? So in a case whereby you know the column number, you know it's always going to be easy. Sorry. It's always going to be very easy to know the column. I'm trying to get this off. Where's my working? Okay. Yeah, in the back. Yeah. So it is always going to be very easy to know. Oh, what's going on? It's always going to be very easy to know your column number, which is, for example, even if it has 30 columns and you know what you want maybe is customer email address or customer date of birth, it's always going to be easy for you to get your column number. You just count. But you see the row number, sometimes it can be impossible, especially when you are dealing, like I just told you now. Imagine now you are dealing with if we were able to do index now to get accessory, imagine we were dealing with 600,000 columns, 600,000 rows or so. How will you go and look for? You just be scrolling and you will not see it. You will pass it. But you passed it since 20 minutes ago, but you don't know. You just be scrolling, and you will see it. You understand? So that is that now brings a situation for where you now combine both the index and the match function together, giving you the index match function. All right. So for example, now, all right, we want to use index to know the what do I use now? We want to use index now to know the price now of water bottle. All right. Normally, what I'm supposed to use, was supposed to tell using index match, you're supposed to just say column 4 and row column 4, and I don't know what row this is. Column 4 and this particular row. You understand? But right now you can see it. We don't even know the row number. We don't know the row number for water bottle, but we know that the value we want is water bottle, right? When the value is water bottle, we want to get the price of the water bottle. We know the column number, which is 4, but we don't know the row number in this particular table. So we'll now do this. We'll now come here and then we'll put equal to index. We'll start with index. All right. So when we put the index now, it's asking for the array, which is our table, right? And our table is sales. Our table is sales. So now it's asking for the row number. But remember, we don't know the row number for this water bottle. We don't know it. But also remember that I told you that with the match function, you can get the row number when you know the value. So meaning, since we know that this is water bottle, all right, we know that this is water bottle. We know the column is column 2. We can be able to get this row number, you understand? And then put this exact same row number inside this formula for the index. All right. So what we will now do is we will now come here after putting our array here, we'll now come and we'll now put match. You know that match function, we want to combine two functions together now inside one. We'll now come in and we'll put match. All right. So when we put match, we'll select it like this. So now it's asking us for the lookup value. All right, I was supposed to write water bottle here, but what do I do now? Okay, let me let me put the water bottle somewhere here. Let me copy it so that there will not be any error. Okay, so I have it here now. All right, so I have water bottle there. So as I said we'll start with index. You select it. Then the array is sales, the entire table. We select it. Then we'll put our comma. It's asking us for the row number, but we don't know the row number. But we can use the match to get the row number. So we select match. It's asking us for the lookup value for match now. Sorry. This is for the lookup value now for match now. So we'll come in and we select water bottle. And then we'll put our comma. So it's asking us for the lookup array, meaning the column where we'll find the water bottle. All right. And that column now is the sales column, products, the sales table, the product column, the sales column. That is where it's going to find water bottle. You get now. Put my comma back, and it's asking me for my match type. My match type now is exact, which is 0. Right, then I'll close the bracket. So this entire formula now is supposed to give me the row number for water bottle. All right, then I'll put my comma again. I will now continue back with my index. Look at what is here. This was the beginning of the array. This whole match function is row number. Then the next one now that is not asking me for the index now is the column number. That is the column I want it to return. And the column I want it to return is the price column, which is column 4 in this table. So I'll come here and I will put 4. All right. Then I'll put my comma. I'm not going to put comma. Now I'll just close it that way. I'll close my bracket and I'll click enter and give me 1 5. Ask your question. I know there will be plenty of questions.
Yeah, I understood to the part of where you after the product then you wrote 0, which is exact, but I did not get the 4 part.
Okay, like I said, this thing now, 2 formulas in one. Let me try and see, maybe writing would make it easier. All right, so maybe you start with your index now. I'll put my equal to. Start with your index function. All right, index.
Yeah.
So I think the first thing is going to ask you. What's the first thing it's asking you? It's asking you for the table, right? You will not pull your table, and our table here is sales table. Okay, comma. The next thing is going to ask you now is your row number. But remember, we don't know the row number. But if you use match function will give you your row number. You understand? So we'll not come here now and then we'll put our match. All right. So after you put the match there, what is the first thing the match you ask yourself?
Lookup.
Yes, thank you. The match now will ask you for your lookup value. You will now go and select the cell. And in this case now, our lookup value now is water bottle, right? Our lookup value now is I think I15. So we have I15 here as our lookup value. Yeah, I think I got it. I15 our lookup value. The next thing to ask you, match to ask you is the lookup array. And our lookup array now is the product column, because that is where to find water bottle. Remember, so we have a sales product column. Sorry if I'm writing now. Product column, right? So this now is our lookup array. Then it will now ask you for the type, match type. Our match type is exact. So we'll put 0 there, and then we'll close everything concerning match. Then we'll now put our comma. The next thing to now ask you for is the column number. So because now I've gone back to index. Remember when we're doing everything here now? Everything here, everything that is red now is your row number. You understand? So we have sales here as the first thing.
Yes.
So sales here as the first thing that index will ask you for. The next thing is the row number, which is here that I've put in red. The next thing now ask for is the column number, and the column number is your mic, and the column number is 4. All right, our column number is 4. So you write your 4 there, and then you close your bracket. Then to give you your answer. Any question? Ask your questions now because you guys are going to do one for me here.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I think it's understood, except that most of the time that's the bracket open. I
Yeah.
see we have 2 bracket open initially, right?
Yeah.
So I was really expecting double bracket of close, at the end of the day.
Any bracket open. I close the bracket. It's just that I closed one in here. I think I closed them in the middle.
Okay, it's a single bracket that you close with. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, you're not. Do you understand it now?
Yeah, I understand. But what I'm saying is that I noticed that it's only a single bracket that you use in closing, whereas you open 2 brackets
No.
initially.
Let me go back. I don't. Let me go back.
Okay. Okay.
Is it with what I wrote? Or I think okay, I've gotten rid of what I wrote already, so I can't get that back. Okay. Oh, it's clearing everything. Okay, so I think the XLOOKUP I did has even gone. So the index match I did. So I'm going to do it again. Index match, all right? So we have equal to index. This is what I did. Index. This is the first bracket that is being opened. All right. So it's asking for the array, and the array here is our table. Sales table. It's asking for the row number, which we don't know, right? So since we don't know the row, we're going to start with match. All right. So this is the second bracket that is opened here for the match. The lookup value here is water bottle, and I have a comma. The lookup array for the water bottle is the sales product column. So we have product column, product, right? Product. So across square bracket, comma. We're asking for the match time. The match time is 0, which is exact. Now, so you see the first bracket now is closed. Sorry, the second bracket now I close it here.
Okay. Okay.
Match. Then I put my comma. Ask me for the column number for the index. That is the column I want to turn to me. And that column is column 4. All right. Then I'll put the column 4. I'll put number 4 there. I'll close the other bracket. Can you see I've closed it? So
yeah.
That's 2 brackets.
But can you off your mic? You are interrupting us.
Okay. So let me meet everybody now, because you guys want to do one for me. Yes, everyone is muted. Thank you. So I want to get the quantity of binders in this particular table using index match. Asaga, help me out. Asaga.
Yes, ma'am, I'm with you. Hello.
I wait for you guys to learn very well. It actually helps. It makes the class lively, and it also helps you understand better. Yes, I can hear you. I said I
Equal
want
to.
let me write binders first. You didn't tell me to write binders. Binders. You see? Problem. Let me just copy it here, just in case, because I didn't clean it, I didn't trim it, so I don't know how it's gonna go. So I have binders there now. All right. I don't know why it's copied. It's okay. Okay. Who is helping me out? Please, someone that does not have noise in the background. So even if you don't know it, it's okay. It will make me to explain it again. Okay, we have Arnold. Arnold, help me out.
Oh, okay. Let me try again. So
All right.
we have, okay. Sorry, but what are we finding under binders?
The quantity of binders we have
Oh,
in
oh,
stock.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have our binders written already. So equal to index.
Yeah.
Okay.
Index. All right.
Yes. So following. Okay.
You know, you
Did
don't
we
have
click
to.
on the index?
You don't have to cram it. You don't have to know it. Just look at what is here. If you ask
Yeah.
me out to answer you,
Yes.
you understand? But
My screen was hooking, so I was waiting for this to come up first, so I could just go through what was there. So we have array. So and then our table array is kind of like the name of the table, which is
sales. Thank
this
you very
sales. Okay. And so but then again we the row number, but we cannot find, since we just assume that we don't know the row number, and then if we can't find it, so we use match method or match formula or function to
much. Okay.
look for the row number. So we'll
To
have
put
our
match here,
comma.
right?
Yes, we put match there.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So we now have our lookup value, which is uh
Binders.
yes, I think I'm confused a bit now.
What? This is the question. I said I want to find the quantity of binders we have in stock.
Okay. Let me see where binders is.
This is where binders is. Look at binders.
Okay.
I don't want
So
you to don't
the lookup
that.
value there is going to be 11.
No,
Click on
Oh,
binders.
these binders here. Right?
J12. I mean J15.
okay. I
So,
think somebody else can complete it because
all right.
Can I try?
yeah,
Yes, you can
please
try.
help a brother.
Okay. So from
I've
here
clicked on.
now,
Yeah.
yes. So from here now, you a comma,
Okay.
then sales. Look up array sales.
Sales.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
after the sales, the another comma again.
Remember, I told you. What is the difference between lookup array and table array? Or what is the difference between lookup array, table array, then normal array? What is different?
Look up array. Yes, that's the particular the cell you want to. There is like a table. Is a table you want
That
to
is
look up.
column.
That is the column to which your reference falls under.
Okay. So is cells our column or our table?
Cell is our table.
Table.
Mm-hmm. So what is wrote
Column.
there is what? Lookup array.
Can I assist?
Hold
Help,
up.
help,
Can I assist?
help,
Yeah.
help, help. You can help out.
May I assist?
Okay, let me help out.
Bracket, square bracket.
Okay, okay, hold on. We
Square
have to be,
bracket.
everybody's going to be confused. Come in, let me just read it. Oh, I've muted you, so you cannot unmute. Let me just do it again, so I know we're all on the same page. All right. So I said, for example, I want to get the price of water bottle. All right, in this place. All right. So I'll come here and I'll put equal to. I'll put my index. I'll be very fast. Go of time. My index. So my array is my table, which is sales. So I'll put my comma. That's me for row number, but as I said, we don't know the row number, so we're going to use match inside here to get the row number. All right, so we have match. We now have lookup value. Our lookup value now is water bottle, like I said before. Now I'll put my comma. So the lookup array, where it will find water bottle, is the products column in that sales table. So I'll start with sales, then products. Then I'll close my square bracket. Then I'll put a comma. It's asking for the match type, and the match type is 0, which is exact. Alright, then I'll close the bracket. Now I'll put my comma. The next thing now, it has gone back to index. Now it's not asking me for my column number, and the column number I want it to give me is price. And from this table, price is column 4. So I'll put 4 there, and then I'll close my bracket, and then click enter. So you can see that giving me 1,500 here. All right, so that is how I got the listing for the for what I bought to using index match. So Kingsley, help me out with this one.
Okay, what are we looking for? Quantity or price?
Quantity of binders.
Okay, equal to index. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Equal to index. Then we open bracket. Our array there will reference the table, which is sales.
Sales, okay.
Yes, a comma. Then since we cannot get the row number at a glance, then we use the match function.
All right.
Open brackets. Then we reference the cell of the product we are looking for, which is binder.
Okay.
Comma.
All right.
With the lookup array, we reference the cell and the product in the cell. So cells, square brackets.
Not the product in product column.
Okay, product colon rather, then product colon there.
In the
You
sales
close
table.
in the cells, yes, you close the brackets.
Okay.
Comma. Match type, which is
Okay.
exact 0.
All right.
Then you close the brackets
Okay.
for the function of match, comma. We continue with the function of index. Now
All right.
since we are looking for quantity, we reference the column of quantity, which is column 5.
5, yeah.
Then we close the bracket finally and enter.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, 6,300. So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
are correct. Please.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. So does anybody have any question concerning this?
Yes.
What's your question?
Yeah, I wrote exactly the formula, but it's telling me you've entered too many arguments for this function.
I don't know. It's possible you want to look at. Okay, I'll just leave it on you. Then you look at it very well. Look at it very well. There must be something you have done that is not normal. There, you understand? So look at it very well and check what you have done that you're not supposed to do. All right. So, well, thank you very much. Because I know that a good number of you. This is really very technical. This is a very technical part of Excel. But at least I know a good number today with that. gotten this, right? So I know many of you will be wondering how this exercise you have been doing since going to look up. Why really are we doing this? Why don't you just go and use find and replace, and then let me leave this thing for that baby that wanted to, in case I want to go back. Why really are we? Why don't we just do find and replace? Right. So let's say, for example, all right, like I always say, imagine this data is a large one. Trying to get the attendance lookup. Imagine this data set now. This table is a large one now, for example, and you cannot. Okay, the attendance leak is already there. Someone has posted it already. The attendance is there already. So check the chat box and fill your attendance. So let's assume now that the table is a large one. All right, and your sales girl now is okay, she wants to get the price of product, and you don't need her to go and be searching this table, right, for the prices of all the products you get and the quantity that is even available. Maybe this one is quantity available. So you can actually link your Excel sheet that as you are selling, it will minus. It depends on how you structure it, using formulas and functions. That as you are selling one and they put it that they have sold one, this particular cell will minus another cell. You understand? So it's just a very large formula. You just have to be very creative with it. So as it's minusing, whatever is here is what is going to be probably what you have left in stock. You understand? So it's possible your sales girl, you can just like have a small place on the Excel sheet like this. Let me just highlight like 5 cells or like four cells. 4 cells. Now let me use 5 because most times you work with ID and code and the rest. So let's say you have like 5 cells now. All right, let me make the 5 cells. Let me use the color. Let's make it blue like this, and let's make the top one to be dark blue. All right, and let's I know you guys know what I'm doing. That's why I'm not saying it at. Okay, so I didn't even need to go to this. Alright, let me copy this. Okay, so I didn't even design possible. I just done this like this. Okay, so you see this exact table now at the side. I've brought it here right now with the headings and the rest. Okay, so let's say now you want to show by maybe if the lady if maybe she's not sure of the price, she'll just put in the ID because each product they usually have their IDs attached to them or a barcode that they will scan. And sometimes it can be a barcode that they will just scan. Maybe it's scanned, barcode will just go and look for it in the spreadsheet. You get, or depending on how the software is. All right, so you can do something like this. You can now come here since this cell. This is the ID cell. All right, you can come here now and reference everything that is here. So let's say, sorry, let's say you want to work with Byron. Let's say Byron now is the first one. So let's say we have Byron as the first. Was it ID? Sorry, 334, not Byron. 334, right, as the first ID. So we're going to use everything we've done just to create something that can make it very easy for the sales rep to just get the details of a particular product, just doing their ID number, right? Sorry. So you can come here now. Say here is equal to. So I'll use XLOOKUP for 2. I won't use VLOOKUP. I just showed you VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, but VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP is actually outdated. All right. But good people know it's like learning how to drive. You start with manual before you go automatic. You get, but what most people use now is XLOOKUP and the index. So if you don't have XLOOKUP, because I'm not using an updated version, you can use index match, same thing. Right, so if we're working with but why now I won't use index match, I'll use why I like XLOOKUP is because it's easy for you to say, okay, if it doesn't find that particular product, it should tell you not found. You get, it's the easiest. But you can also do that with index match. You will not have to combine it to another function, an if error function. I don't know if you guys were taught on Thursday. But you guys thought if error. Hello?
No.
No.
No, ma'am.
So that one I that one as an assignment. You get if error. So you can there's an attendance link on the chat already. You can combine if error, index, and match. That's 3 functions together to get exactly what XLOOKUP will give you. All right. So let's use XLOOKUP for this now. For example, so I'll start with the products now equal to XLOOKUP. So the lookup value now is what? This ID, right? This ID cell. Then I'll put comma. The lookup array, where to find the ID is the sales ID column. ID column. All right. So I'll put my comma. Then the return array, I want to give me the product name. All right, when it finds that ID. So the array I want to return to me now is the sales ID array. All right. No, not sales. Oh, the product ID. I think I need water. The sales product ID column. That's what I want to give me. All right. Then if it doesn't find it, if not found, it should tell me not in stock. Not in stock. And then I'll close it. The match mode I want is an exact match. Then I'll close it. And I'll put I'll close my bracket. All right. So I can copy that same formula now. I'll put that same formula here. All right. But what I'm going to just do is, okay, it has changed it. Instead of I4 here, because you know it's working, it's doing a relative referencing. I should have locked this. All right. So okay, it's still I4, it's still correct. It's supposed to be H4 that is here. You guys can see what happened here now because let me go back. So you look at the formula. You can see here now, Biro here is telling me H4 sales ID. But here now it changed it to I4. And the exact in short, let me just do it manually so I don't confuse people. All right, so I've done it here for product. I want to do it now for country. Okay, so it's the same thing, equal to XLOOKUP. All right. Lookup value is ID, which is here. The lookup array is that ID column, which is the sales ID column. The sales ID column. All right, I'll put my comma. The return array, that's what I want you to give me. I want you to give me the country. We've done for products now. Now I want you to give me the country. So I'm going to put the sales country column. All right, and I'll put my comma. If not found, to just put not found. Not found. All right, match mode exact, and I'll close my bracket. So that's giving me spin now for the country. So I'm going to go to the price now. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. XLOOKUP. Or let me use index. It's the same. They're the same. What you need to just know that they're the same thing, right? Just different. I'm going to use index now for the price. All right. So the index now is asking me for the array. My array is my table, which is the sales table. It's asking me for the row number, but I don't know the row number, so I'm going to put the match in. All right. So asking me for the lookup value. Lookup value is still that same cell, 334. And I'll put my comma. So it's asking me for the lookup array. Where will you go and look for that? Where will you go and search for that ID? The lookup array now is the ID column in the sales table. So I'm going to work with that son, and I'll put my ID over here. Yeah. So the asking for the match type. The match type is 0, which is an exact match, and I'll close my bracket for the match. Then the column number is asking me for, I think the column number I wanted to give me is price. Price is the fourth column. So I'll put price there. And then I have 200. All right. So I can come here now for the country. For the quantity, so rather, the quantity now, I'll do the same thing. I'm going to use index here. So it's asking me for the array. The array is the sales. The array is the sales. The row number, we don't know. Match. Lookup value is the same ID. I have my comma. The lookup array is the sales ID column. Sales ID column. I have my comma there. Then the match type is 0, an exact match. So I'll close that bracket for the match. Then my column number, quantity is column 5. All right, then I'll close it. Okay. So anything the person, now remember I've linked all these cells. I've linked the products, country, price, everything to this ID cell. So anything the person enters here now is going to change everything across the row. So let's say you come and put 493 now. 493. You can see it's giving me paper, but there are two 493 here. This is an error. ID is only supposed to be 1. Maybe I might have changed this along the line somewhere. Into 495. All right. If there are two, if there are repetition, it will take the first one. Please take note. If you are using the index to look, that is always good to look for ID. Assuming this data now was a cleaned data set, this ID column, there cannot be, there won't be any repetition. There won't be any duplicate. That duplicate is so nice an error. That's why most times you use ID column when you are referencing. Instead of come to one, because you can have different type of phones. You get, but you can only have one ID for a particular phone. So if I come here now, let's say I go and put 5 as the ID. You can see it's telling me not in stock for the product. Country, not found. But for the index match I did, it's telling me NA, which is error, because that's how index match is. So what you can do is you can use the if error. Let me try if it's going to work. All right. So if you use the if error at the beginning, let me just use another cell. So what the if error usually does is if the function that is inside the if error function is going to give you an error, you should write something else. Like for example, you have something like this: if error. I didn't plan to teach this though. If error, you can see what came out on that if error. It's asking value, meaning what is the function or the formula or function you want to work with. You can see what the first is asking for value. If you put the value, let's say we just put anything there as the value, and I'll put comma. So it's asking if this value is an error, what should it give you? So you can say, it should say error, or it should say not found, rather. So if I close this now, you see it's giving me not found, because assuming what I did here was, I don't know what it was like a formula. It's like, let me change it like this now, because you cannot say DFS divided by FSD. You cannot divide text with each other, so that's an error normally. But to do that, if I was to do exactly what I wrote here now, this DFS divided by FSD, I think it's supposed to even look like OSF too. I don't know. So if I were to put it here now, for example, I want to call it a formula. Like this now is a text. So if I put equal to, it becomes a formula. You can see it's telling you, it's giving you the name error. It's giving you the name error. But because it's an error here, instead of putting, because I put if error here, right? Instead of giving me this name error, it gave me not found. So if you want the index match to act just like your XLOOKUP here, you can just come here in the beginning. In the beginning, before you start writing your index, just put your if error function. All right. So it has asked now for the value, and the value is everything. This index plus the match, that is the value. Then in the ending, you will not come here and put comma. So if there's an error, it should tell you what? It should tell you not found. not found. All right, so I will now close the bracket. And you can see now it's giving me not found instead of this NA. That is this error again. So I can do the same thing here. Now at the beginning, I'll come here and I'll put if error here. I'll put my bracket. Let me see. I hope I spelled it well. I did not. And I'll put my bracket. That's no problem. So I'll put my bracket there now. And it has now shown here as so this everything, this index, now everything here is the formula, that is the value. So if that formula gives me an error, comma, it should tell me not found. Instead of it to tell me instead of it to tell me error, it should just tell me not found. Then I close my bracket. And you can see now it's telling me not found. All right. So for example, now you want to do this way. Now you can actually combine three things. I think I've told you guys three things you can actually combine now. Okay. So we have just created like a small sheet that your sales rep can easily come here and do 500. They know there's no product with 500, but you can make the life of your sales rep easier instead of having to go and be typing and the rest. You get, so you can actually do data validation now on this particular cell, this ID cell. You understand, like what I taught you guys before. You select the cell, all right. You go to data, you go to data validation. With value now, you can say, well, let's work with list. For example, list, you can say the input. Sorry, okay, that's me for a source. Yeah. So I'm supposed to select from here. The source now is the ID. Remember, we already have a source there. So I'll come here, input message. Input message is going to be enter ID. And if there's an error, you can say ID not found. And I'll click OK. All right. So you can see it now. You can see it now. So you'll just be changing. Have you not made life easy? Let me clear everything here so that here will look a bit neat. You've made life easy for your sales girl, or for your sales rep rather. She just come here and select. You understand? To tell her everything about that particular product. If you also don't want her to go and touch the formula that is here, you can still come here now. All right, you select this particular cell. The way I taught you guys how to lock cell. So you select that cell, you remove the lock that's on the cell. All right. Let's go and check back. You remove the lock that's on the cell. Then you go to format, and then you see you protect your sheet. How you protect your sheet? I'm not gonna put in the wrong password. Okay. Protect your sheet. Then I've protected my sheet now. So now this sales girl cannot touch anything. She can scroll down and view it, but she can't do anything. Nothing is working right now. The only thing she can change is this particular cell. And there's already data validation on that cell. So she will just select it and be going down. And anything that she wants will be going down. If you don't want it to be like this, you can still put these other cells. So you can still reference them down here. It's not compulsory that they must be like this. You understand? So thank you very much. I think it's 10 p.m. already. Try to fill your attendance. Thank you very much for joining tonight's class. We'll be ending right here. So do you have any questions?
Sorry, please, can you resend the attendance link again?
Okay.